Now we're going to the biggest loser, and sorry, Heath Pearce. I feel like this is now just an instinct and a tradition to go bed. Clearly, there's only one loser. No, don't you think? To both of you.
but to save myself,
let's all say the biggest loser all at the same time after three. 1, 2, 3. Arsenal.
Liverpool. What do you mean, guys? They played up a man, and they should have been able to win that game, and that was their opportunity. They didn't create a ton of good chances against the Chelsea side that were down a player for a half. Like, you can't win that game. Let's go. That's why they're my biggest loser. They should expect.
They're deflecting. Deflecting.
That's why do you think when I was like, I'm going to give my biggest winner to Chelsea, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn it into the biggest loser so that I can deflect from the Arsenal conversation that's about to happen. I'm saying
Arsenal
Liverpool, guys.
had
I'll let you guys take
possession in the second half.
I mean, honestly, because of 18% possession overall, only one shot on goal, or one shot in total. I don't even know if it was on goal. I actually think the biggest loser is not the team. I think it's Mikel Arteta. Xhaka. I mean, we can argue the Pogba tackle was very similar to Xhaka's in some capacity. Ruben Neves just needed to sell it a little bit better, and Cancelo did sell his a lot better. But Xhaka's got a bit of a reputation that maybe Pogba doesn't in terms of those types of tackles, and I think that works.
Well, how long do you give Mikel Arteta, Jimmy Conrad?
It can't last much longer. They play Norwich coming out of the international break, and I feel like, do you give Antonio Conte or whoever you're considering this international break to really kind of get his teeth into the team as quickly as possible? Or do you wait to see?
Would Conte go to Arsenal? Because he didn't sign. He left Inter because the plans didn't work financially and on the field. He didn't join Tottenham because of the same reason. Why would he join Arsenal when they can't give him anything, at least from an economical perspective?
He likes control, and now they don't have a great team per se, or they're not playing well per se, but if they can give him a lot of control, then I think he would come. I mean, that's what I think that's the selling point with Arsenal. We'll give you a ton of control. Just fix us. So I don't know. For me, Arteta, do you let him have it against Norwich is when they come back? That's a relegation scrap right now in week 4. So if he loses that, if you lose to Norwich, you have to fire him after that. There's just there's nothing you can stand on at that point.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
You set small goals. You say if Josh Sargent scores and you lose to Norwich, you're out.
Listen, a great comment from I'm sorry, the image is small for me. For Wessel Furtis, Arsenal's biggest loser. I forgot about the fact that they're doing the Amazon's all or nothing right now.
That's
so you can take the all or out of that. Heath, I'll ask you, Arsenal fan. How long do you, if they don't win against Norwich, win, not draw, if they don't win, Arteta?
I think it's a dangerous game. I think the writing is on the wall on his ability to own that locker room, the respect that he has, the player, the cohesion of the team. And I think if you start to go down this if they win thing, you're going to get just enough to not make a choice. And not making a choice on this is the most dangerous thing that the club can do, right? Is they just go, let's take it week by week, and maybe you get a run of form. And then you find yourself at Christmas asking the same question. If they lose the first game, or if they go on another bad run, we'll make a change. It's clearly not working. I think they're stuck between two minds of playing young players and the club and the style of play and the history. This reminds me of Man United for a long time, where now they've even lost the excuse of saying we didn't spend money, because they've spent money. And so now they've literally ran out of all these things where there's like, we need another transfer window. We need funds. Right. We need to move some players out that are cancerous. We need to bring in some, youth. And now you're just out of like boxes to check as your excuse to get you on to the next week, that it's better to just rip the Band-Aid off, make the change that you need to, like Jimmy mentioned. And maybe the international window doesn't change anything, but maybe it does. Maybe it's the right time to just say, hey, because again, Arsenal is on paper good enough to get you 2 results to forget about how bad it is. Now you're back middle of the table. And then you go through this again 2 months later and you go, well, is it enough to make the change? Like, this is a mid-table club right now that's now sitting in a relegation zone, 0 points. I think you've just got to do that and make that statement to the fans. You got to make that statement to the club, to the players, that no one's safe, and let somebody come in here that's like, okay, this is my way or the highway, which I think can be important. You just got to get it right.
I honestly, just to jump in on this really quick, and I actually found the odds for the next Arsenal manager, and I'll read those to everybody.
Okay.
But before I get there, imagine you're Arteta and you're looking at who's available for you to choose. Okay. And you're like, we're going to play a 5-4-1 crazy ass Christmas tree formation against Man City. And we're probably going to give up 80% possession. And you look at the thing, you're like, Yeah, Kolasinac. That sucks. Okay, Holding. Oh my God. And then Chambers. Cedric. I mean, I'll just hand in my resignation. Like, you just don't have any chance against a team like Man City. So I don't know whether I should feel bad for Arteta that those are his choices for him, and that, you know, Gabriel's hurt, Ben White is hurt. Like, these guys are not available that they've invested money and time into. Pablo Mari hasn't necessarily lit it up since he's been playing this season. It's crazy to me that this is where they are. That our Arsenal team is in this situation. Just the mismanagement. It's not down to Arteta or the players. I mean, this has been happening for a while. So anyway, odds. Brendan Rodgers is actually the even money odds to take over at Arsenal. I don't know why he'd want to step down and do that.
No chance.
Eddie Howe 3-1, Antonio Conte 6-1, Graham Potter 10-1, Ralph Husenhuddle 11-1. Christophe Galtier, which I think would be a fantastic hire from Nice. Now, he helped Lille win Ligue 1 last time, 12-1. Roberto Martinez, the manager of Belgium, 14-1. Paulo Fonseca, who's still out there, coached Roma last season, 14-1. And Gasparini from Atalanta, 14-1. That would be another tremendous hire too, but he's not leaving to take that job. No chance.
Yeah. Well, those are the odds. And by the way, I think back to Heath's point, this is multifaceted, these issues with Arsenal. So we're gonna have to keep our eye on that one.